Hear my shoes tell the truth. Crowd wants the lightning, not the boy in the suit. Brass goes high and the reeds cut through. I grin for the glory while my heart keeps time in blue. Trumpet up front with a gold-lipped grin. Sax is in a hurry like a breeze off Lennox then. Trombone slide in, big shoulders broad as night. Bass walks steady. 1, 2, 3, 4, hold tight. To wear the room like a satin coat, flip a queen on the air with a fearless note. They'd holler my name when the floor took flight, like I was a chandelier swinging into the lights. But applause is a river with no hands to hold, warm as a kiss and quick as it's told. When the last heel clicks and the spotlight turns, loneliness taps out the lesson it learns. Listen, stop time, let it hang in the air. 1, I pose. 2, I boast. 3, I'm the toast. 4, I'm nowhere. Lindy in blue. Hear my shoes tell the truth. Crowd wants the lightning, not the boy in the suit. Brass goes high and the reeds cut through. I grin for the glory while my heart keeps time in blue. Sit down, son, and laugh it back. Tight corners, track on track. Then you stepped in soft, no metal in your eyes. Just a little breath where the fever lies. You didn't chase the judges, didn't count the spins. You asked my ribs a question where the music begins. You said, champion, hush, let the floor be kind. Don't whip the world, let it change your mind. Let me lead a bar, let me steal a turn. Style ain't always striking, sometimes it's learned. So I loosen my grip on the trick and the grin. Let your heartbeat nudge where my pride had been. Now the routine's a conversation, 2 voices in flight. Your whisper in my pocket, my shout in the light. We trade the daring and we trade the ease. You take the air, I take my knees. Trumpet kisses high, saxophones reply. Trombone smile low like a wise goodbye. Lindy in blue, ain't so blue with you. Crowd still loves the thunder, but I'm listening to brass goes high and the reeds cut through, and my heart finds company in the Lindy in blue. Oh! 1, 2, 3, slide, hold. Then the band slams back in a bright fast laugh. When the trophies sleep and the dance hall dims, we'll leave on a whisper and a pair of hymns. Not for the crowd, not for the clapping crew, just 2 old shoes talking Lindy in blue. Brass on Sunday morning, honey, soft as buttered light. Last night's hands still clapping in the rafters of my mind. I don't need no midnight glamour, just a clean, forgiving tune. So I open up my palms and let the day come in the room. Curtains breathe slow, like a choir in a hush. Piano finds a blue note, and it turns to golden brush. The flugel sighs a halo, alto answers sweet and spare, and the whole wide world tiptoes like it knows I'm standing there. I wake up with the spotlight still stuck to my eyelids, applause on my eardrums ringing like a Sunday kid. My shoes find the sidewalk, quiet neighborhood of sleep, and every passing footsteps got a horn line underneath. A hydrant hums in B-flat, a mailbox swings in time, a sparrow hits a brake like it's auditioning for mine. I laugh without a reason, 'cause the street is writing charts, and the air is full of answers for the questions in my heart. I've been living off a charm, yes, sugar, talk, and stage light wine. But morning's got a way of making pretty lies look small. So I let the band lay back, let the truth take center line. Hear that gentle shuffle, hear the mercy in it all. Sunday morning honey, soft as buttered lights. Last night's hands still clapping in the rafters of my mind. I don't need no midnight glamour, just a clean, forgiving tune. So I open up my palms and let the day come in the room. I crack an egg, small sunrise, watch it settle in the pan. Toast pops up like trumpets, doing what a trumpet can. Coffee makes a backbeat, steam curls round the window frame, and breakfast turns to ceremony, ordinary turned to flame. Then I find that quiet paper where the old me used to flirt, and I write a note to you, the one I bruised without a hurt. No ribbons, no red roses, no magician's easy art, just I was wrong in plain ink with the tremble of my heart. Let the flugel tell it tender, let the alto tell it true, let the piano hold the space where my excuses used to move. If I ever sounded clever, it was fear dressed up in rhyme. Today I'm done performing, I'm just trying to be kind. Brass on Sunday morning honey, soft as butter light. Last night's hand still clapping in the rafters of my mind. I don't need no midnight glamour, just a clean, forgiving tune. So I open up my palms and let the day come in the room. just my feet on honest ground. If the night was all my glitter, let the morning be my proof. Open hands, open heart, and a brass choir on the roof.
Hey, yeah! Ripping through the raincoats, hug that doorway tight. Thunder talking trash, but we swinging all night. Call, response, let the gutters keep time. If the sky wanna holler, we'll answer in rhyme. On it like a halo over neon and steam. Shoes on the sidewalk doing backbeat dreams. Horns clear the throats, now the street light grins. Hold up, 1, 2, let the bad weather in. Hit like a headline, cold and sudden, no warm. 1 minute we're fly, next minute we're born into that little tight nation under tin and tar. A family of strangers with the same wet cigar, laughing at sleeves where the water makes lace. Somebody's mascara running a mile down her face. Big fella in a derby saying, baby, I'm sunk. And the preacher next to him smelling sweet like funk. A coat check queen with a story and a side. A sailor on shore, leave little kid too shy. We pass around punchlines like nickels for the fair, and the night starts cooking in that rainy air. Now listen, every clap of thunder got a space in between. That's where we put the groove, keep it slick and mean. If your heart done slipped, if your luck done bent, step in close, this on and pays the rent. Riffin through the raincoats, hug that doorway tight. Thunder talking trash, but we swinging all night. Call, hey, response, hey, let the gutters keep time. If the sky wanna holler, we'll answer in rhyme. Quiet when the weather gets loud, so we set up a ride with no stage and no crowd. Just knees in the puddles, just elbows and steam. Just a shuffle so steady it can patch up a dream. I sing, who's got trouble? And the whole block say me. I sing, who's got joy? And they holler, we free. Between them big thunder claps like the world holding breath, we slip in a laugh that don't fear nothing left. In the shy one, oh Lord, standing back by the wall, looking like a question that ain't sure it should call. Steps out on them wet stones, little tremble in the knees, and starts to cut a figure like the wind through trees. Not pretty, no baby, pretty ain't the point. They dance like they're mending every broke little joint, and we clap on the offbeat, make it honest, make it true. That kind of applause you gotta earn straight through. Rain easing up, but nobody move, cause we done built a home inside this groove. Ain't it something? Storm can't steal a thing when a street full of strangers learns to sing. So horn men testify, rhythm don't you stop. Let that train roll, shuffle, climb right to the top. If your coat's still dripping, let it drip in style. We gon' ring out the blues with a two-step smile. Ripping through the raincoats, up that doorway tight. Thunder talking trash, but we swinging all night. Call, hey, response, hey, let the gutters keep time. If the sky wanna holler, we'll answer in rhyme. for the street. One more borrowed heartbeat where the strangers all meet. Then the cloud line pops and the night turns clear. But that family we made, baby, it stays right here. Sugarfoot Stomp, don't talk, just romp. If you got 2 feet, you got a chance. Sugarfoot Stomp came in late like a pocket watch laughing. Door said hush, but the floor started clapping. Trumpet hit a bright high, clean and strong. Baritone growled low, bring it on. They slipped through the smoke with a satin delay, hat tilted mean in a sweet kind of way. No hello, no howdy, not even a glance, just a heel-toe sermon that converted the dance. I'm up here singing like I own the night, but my notes got jealous when they cut that light. Cause the room went like it tasted honey, and my pride did a split for somebody else's money. Now I'm throwing wisecracks to keep from the sting. Baby, you ain't walking, you're conducting the swing. Trombone answer sliding greasy and long. Tell the truth, son, your swagger's gone. Sugarfoot Stomp, don't talk, just romp. If you got 2 feet, you got a chance. Sugarfoot Stomp. Lord, I tried to be slick, but they danced like the devil with a Sunday trick. Steps so sharp it could cut a suit, turned so fast it made Tuesday mute. Crowd on the tables clapping on 2 and 4. Even the shy ones slid out on the floor. I saw wallflowers bloom in a single refrain, and a stiff-collared banker learned to lose his chain. Listen, if you think you can't dance, that's just talk in your head. Let the snare say yes, let the brass raise the dead. We'll lend you a shuffle, we'll spot you a grin, cause the beat's a door and the night's walking in. Sugarfoot Stomp, don't talk, just romp, romp. If you got 2 feet, you got a chance. Sugarfoot Stomp. Where you at? Right here. Sugarfoot turned, didn't say a word, just left a stomp in the air like a bright brass bird. Final shout, every horn, every hand, every hip. Sugarfoot Stomp. And the room keeps smiling after the last ring click. Harbor lights your gloves in a golden glow. I keep count so my heart won't lie. Harbor lights, sweet goodbye. Piano like a porch lamp in fog, clarinet humming soft as a prayer, drums wide as water, just brushes and air. We stand where the salt makes a gentleman honest. Dock boards whisper under our shoes. You laugh like we borrowed a whole Sunday morning, as if time was a suit we could choose. I noticed the hinge on your little valise, the tag with the ink running thin, the way your brave smile keeps changing addresses each time that ship bell chimes again. Your coat collar up, trying hard to be weathered. My hat low, trying hard to be cool. And the river of people with tickets and reasons pretend this is ordinary too. So I count the small things, baby. 1, 2, 3. Your gloves, that suitcase, that tremble you hide. If memory's a bandstand, let me set the chairs before the ocean moves the music outside. Harbor lights, honeyed and low, paint your gloves in a golden glow. I keep count so my heart won't lie. Harbor lights, sweet goodbye. You say, write me letters like papers of promise, like ink can keep distance polite. I say, sure, I'll write, and I mean it completely. But I know how a voice changes overnight. A city will teach you new vowels for living. A train will take mine off the tune. Your laughter will travel through miles of attention and come back to me later, too soon. We speak of the future in comfortable costumes. We talk like the tide won't arrive, but your hand in my hand is a small perfect truth, and it's fighting to stay alive. Now listen, no drama, no curtain, no plea, just the honest brass rising, then falling again. Let the horn carry what I can't dignify, longing without the cheap suit of pain. Harbor lights, honeyed and low, paint your gloves in a golden glow. I keep count so my heart won't lie. Harbor lights, sweet goodbye. The gangplank clank lifts like a quiet decision. The water applauds without sound. You turn once, brave smile, glove, suitcase, and the last little wave falls down. I don't chase, I don't beg, I just stand in the after, where the air tastes of coal and cologne. And I learned standing still in my own silhouette. Goodbye is devotion, its own.
Yo, shove through the velvet ropes, moonbeams crashing the scene, chandeliers dripping crystals like tears from a shattered dream. Crowd packed tight, suit starch gowns swirling in steam, lonely post racing, trailer trash king feeling obscene. I sniper lock across the parquet floor abyss, her gaze hits like lightning, instant dismiss of the miss. No chit chat, bullshit, magnetic pull in the mist. Step to the rhythm, brass blasting, we exist. Latin ballroom style, brass erupting, euphoric high. Trumpet croon, seduction, clarinet cries, alibis, piano hammers, joy. We defy the skies, whispers of forever, laughter bubbling wild. Swinging heart to heart, nostalgic child. Moonlit glide, eternal, pure, undefiled. Romance sealed in swing, forever compiled. Night thickens like smoke from the bar's hazy fog. Sweat slick spins tighter, dodging the faux pas log. Dreams spill raw, no filter, gin-soaked monologue. Her laugh cuts clarinet sharp, my armor disarmed, no hog. Crowd blurs to ghosts, just us in the vortex spin. Every dip drops deep upon hammering in. Brass swells, tsunami drowning the sin. Final chord looms, but this fire won't dim. Gliding ballroom style, brass erupting, euphoric highs. Trumpet croon, seduction, clarinet cries, alibis, piano hammers, joy. We defy the skies, whispers of forever, laughter bubbling wild. Swinging heart to heart, nostalgic child. Moonlit glide, eternal, pure, undefiled. Romance sealed in swing, forever compiled.
Curtains hush to a sigh, embrace in the afterglow, no goodbye. Timeless tango under moonlit sky. Ballroom ghosts applaud as we fly. Fade to swing die. In a gilded hall where chandeliers weep golden tears, the elite converge in whispers and perfumed fears. Crystal glasses clink like fragile hearts in flight, toasting to the glamour that fades into the night. Oh, hidden glances spark like stars in masquerade. Secret passions bloom in the orchestra's cascade. Foxtrot feet entwine, horns cry out the thrill. Luxury's intoxication, bending to its will. Masks slip away in the heat of the velvet hour. True hearts revealed in a swing's devouring power. Lips brush forbidden eyes, lock in fevered plea. The revelry spins on, wild and fancy-free. Days drink swell and brass the air. Dawn creeps in, scattering confetti everywhere. The enchantment shatters like a glass on marble floor, but echoes of the serenade linger evermore. Oh, hidden glances spark like stars in masquerade. Secret passions bloom in the orchestra's cascade. Foxtrot feet entwine, horns cry out the thrill. Luxury's intoxication, bending to its will. Forever still.
Platforms crowded at 2:45. Steam rising up from the subway beneath. Brass sections waiting with their cases in hand. Tonight we're gonna make this train a bandstand. Hear that whistle blow, here she comes around the bend. Every car's a dance floor from beginning to end. Conductor calls out, all aboard for uptown, but he's tapping his feet to that underground sound. Ladies in their finest, gents in pinstripe suits, dancing in the aisles in their polished wingtip boots. Stranger takes your hand, says, "May I have this dance?" Love at first sight in a subway car romance. It's the midnight train to Harlem, where the rhythm never sleeps. Steel wheels keep the tempo as the city's heartbeat beats. Swing your partner through the tunnel, let the brass section wail. We're riding on the A train, dancing on the rails. Trumpet players jumping from car to car, bass man's plucking strings like a moving jazz bar. Piano man's comping on a suitcase for keys, while the drummer's using handrails, playing as he please. Every stop we make, more musicians climb aboard. By 125th Street, we got a 30-piece chord. It's the midnight train to Harlem, where the rhythm never sleeps. Steel wheels keep the tempo as the city's heartbeat beats. Swing your partner through the tunnel, let the brass section wail. We're riding on the A train, dancing on the rails. Underground cathedral of syncopated sound, where strangers become lovers as we're Harlem bound. The city's pulse is pumping through these subway veins, making magic happen on these midnight trains. It's the midnight train to Harlem, where the music comes alive. Every car's a ballroom where the swing and soul survive. Dawn is breaking over Manhattan, but we're still going strong. The midnight train to Harlem, where we all belong. Listen close, I'll tell you about a scene down at Ruby's on Lenox Avenue, where the coffee's black and the talk is keen, and the cats are cooking up something new. There's a table in the corner where the players convene. Alto man's got napkins spread like a battle plan. Trombones tapping rhythms that nobody's seen, while the bass man's fingers dance like a sleight of hand. The smoke curls up like musical notation, each puff a note in our syncopation. Ruby's daughter pours the java with a knowing smile. She hums a melody that ain't been written yet. Piano man catches it, plays it back in style, says, baby, that's the bridge we won't forget. Charts and changes scattered across the tabletop. This ain't just talk, this is bebop's workshop, where conspirators in rhythm, plotters and swing, cooking up the sound to make the whole town sing. Not a word about politics, just pure musical bliss in this coffee shop conspiracy. Every note's a kiss. When the city sleeps, we're wide awake, brewing sounds the morning light will take. From this diner booth to concert halls, our revolution echoes off the walls. What's the plan? Change the land. How we play? Brand new way. Coffee's hot, the time is right. We'll shake this city up tonight. We're conspirators in rhythm, plotters and swing, cooking up a sound to make the whole town sing. Not a word about politics, just pure musical bliss in this coffee shop conspiracy. Every note's a kiss. So when you hear that new sound blowing through your street, remember Ruby's Diner, where the masters meet, where coffee stains and music reigns, and nothing's ever quite the same.
Ration-Book Romance, snap that stamp, make it sing. In a corner market line we found a wedding ring swing. Laughing like we're loaded, though the cupboard's playing shy. Honey, you and me got a future in our eye. Ration-Book Romance, two hearts, one bright chance, turning everyday errands into a brave little dance. Now gather round this grocery gospel, friends, where nickels do the talking and love don't need no ends. Yeah! My baby by the pickle jar under a flickering light. She said, mister, you look like you can make a Tuesday feel like Saturday night. I said, sister, I'm just a fellow with a pocket full of prayers. She said, good, cause I've been saving mine between the canned goods and the stairs. We stood there shoulder to shoulder while the ration man kept time. Every cough in that old room trying to steal our little rhyme. But she tossed me a joke like a nickel in a hat, and the worry in her eyes went tiptoe just like that. Trade me a stamp, I'll trade you a dream. We'll stretch this small town wide as it seems. If the world wanna pinch, let it try. We got rhythm in our pockets and a kiss in the sky. Ration-Book Romance, snap that stamp, make it sing. In a corner market line we found a wedding ring swing. Laughing like we're loaded, though the cupboard's playing shy. Honey, you and me got a future in our eyes. Ration-Book Romance, two hearts, one bright chance, nowhere to be. And our letters come in late, but hope comes right on time to me. She writes, baby, keep your chin up, keep your cuffs neat in your shoes. I write, darling, I'm keeping tempo, I refuse to lose the blues. We pin our plans on kitchen walls, right beside the calendar. Draw a dance floor bigger than the block, bigger than the bar. And when the sirens talk at night and the shadows start to crowd, I hear a laugh in my pocket, makes the whole street swing out loud. One day the sugar bowl will overflow and the coffee will taste like victory slow. No more counting, just pouring it free. You'll be in my arms where the world can't reach. Ration-Book Romance, snap that stamp, make it sing. In a corner market line we found a wedding ring swing. Laughing like we're loaded, though the cupboard's playing shy. Honey, you and me got a future in our eyes. Ration-Book Romance, two hearts, one bright chance, turning everyday errands into a brave little dance. So stamp it, baby, don't you doubt, don't you hide. We'll make a ballroom out the sidewalk with the whole town as our pride. Let the pantry be modest, let the headlines act tight. The future's gonna taste like Saturday night.
Tender piano in the lamplight, left hand walking soft as prayer, brushes on the snare like footsteps on a stair. Baritone hums low, like a streetcar turning slow. I pressed my Saturday dress till it shone like I meant it, pinned up a little courage where my heart had bent. Told my mirror, baby, tonight you don't have to lose. Then I stepped into the night with them Sunday blues still snooze. The doorman said evening, the marquee wrote my name, but the air inside was sweet with a lonesome kind of flame. They set my favorite melody right up on a silver tray, and every horn in the room said he'll be here any day. Saturday dress, Sunday blues, I got satin on my shoulders, got a storm in my shoes. If his chair stays empty, I won't empty too. Let the band hold my body like he never knew. Piano answers itself in velvet questions. Baritone sax lays out a long, dark ribbon. Flugelhorn enters like a sigh, warm chords. Brass breathes together. No punches, just mercy. There it was, his chair, polite and vacant, a shadow with good manners, sitting patient. My friends kept their smiles from cracking in two, and the bartender poured quiet like a truth you chew. So I asked for one dance with nobody but sound, spun in a circle where my pride couldn't drown. The drummer brushed time like he was dusting off my pain, and the saxes bloomed behind me, soft thunder in the rain. I laughed once, just once, so the hurt would mind its place, and the trumpet's tender halo put a veil around my face. Honey, music got two arms, and it don't ask where you've been. It just pulls you to the middle and lets you start again. Morning came in plain clothes, no lipstick, no bandstand. Street so quiet you could hear a nickel drop in your hand. I walked home with my heels and my fingers held bruised, and the sun told the whole story. Sunday blues. I won't lie, this ache is honest. It don't flatter, it don't fade, but I'm through letting absence be the only serenade. I'll keep going out, yes, I'll keep that door in use, till joy learns my name again and calls me like a blues. Saturday dress, Saturday dress, Sunday blues. I got lace on my promise, got a hard-earned view. If his chair stays empty, I'll still dance it through. Let the piano speak my pardon, let the brushes soothe. Saturday dress, Saturday dress, Sunday blues. I ain't waiting on a maybe, I ain't begging for a clue. I'll be back where the music is faithful and true, till joy learns my name again and the blues learn to move. Tender piano in the lamplight, left hand walking soft as prayer, brushes on the snare like footsteps on a stair. Baritone hums low, like a streetcar turning slow. I pressed my Saturday dress till it shone like I meant it, pinned up a little courage where my heart had bent, told my mirror, baby, tonight you don't have to lose. Then I stepped into the night with them Sunday blues still snoozed. The doorman said evening, the marquee wrote my name, but the air inside was sweet with a lonesome kind of flame. set my favorite melody right up on a silver tray, and every horn
I came back in on a lazy road, salt in my coat and a nick in my soul, walking that wharf where the lanterns lean, counting the shadows I used to mean. Faces in windows, names in the wood, every doorway saying you could, you should. And the wind, that old thief in a sailor's sleeve, kept taking pieces I didn't want to leave. Harbor lights serenade me soft and slow, like a brass bed dream where the warm chords glow. I don't ask the night for a thing to prove, just one small step in an honest groove. If you're only out for air, I'll breathe it too, and we'll talk about nothing till it turns into true. Let the sea keep yesterday,
let it slide,
let it slide,
let it slide.
We'll swing with the present side by side. There you were by the pilings near our old goodbye, wearing that just passing time in your practice style, pretending the night was a casual friend, pretending your heart didn't know the bend. We spoke of the weather and ships and gin, of who got married and who didn't win, careful with our hands like they might confess, touching the silence, not touching the dress. And the band from the tavern down the way hit a chord that made the moon wanna stay, a chord like a question dressed up in grace. And I saw my whole voyage in the turn of your face. Mornings on the dock, honey, listen how it shines, how the clarinet turns sunlight into lines. The tenor's got a promise in a long blue note, and the trombone laughs like a brand new coat. If memory's a river, let it run on through. I'm not drowning today, I'm coming to you. Harbor lights serenade us sweet and plain, not a tear for the past, not a curse for the rain. No more standing still where the old words hide, we'll step on the beat side by side. If you're only out for air, let the whole town know we're two slow flames in a steady glow. Let the sea keep yesterday,
Let it slide.
When the band hits the last chorus, baby, we choose today,
Side by side.
Side by side, harbor lights
Serenade.
serenade. After hours at the blue parlor, the clock got tired and quit, but that little
pair keeps talking with the way their shoulders fit. Brushes right and whispers, bass keeps time like a heart at ease. Stay if you got the nerve to stay. Love don't punch out when we please. Piano in the corner, low lit, telling on the night. A muted horn in silhouette, a trombone size just right. Tenor sax leans on the doorway, cool as smoke and slow. And I'm the band's last sentence, baby, watching you not go. We done played the gamblers honest, we done eased the lonely home. We done sweet-talked every bourbon till it learned to leave you alone. The drummer's got them wire brushes, painting circles on the snare, like he's sweeping up the daylight, like it ain't supposed to be there. The bartender stacks his glasses, makes a little crystal prayer, and the waiters fold the linen like the room is going to bed. But you two, no, you two don't listen to the last call said. You talking tiny fingertips and nods, and when you don't look scared. I seen romance make a racket, I seen passion throw its hat, I seen sweethearts chase a spotlight till the spotlight didn't clap. But yours is quiet as a pocket watch, hit deep in Sunday clothes. And every time the trumpet hushes, your slow dance still goes. After hours at the blue parlor, the clock got tired and quit, but that little pair keeps talking with the way their shoulders fit. Brass swells like warm forgiveness, then it melts back in the breeze. Stay if you got the nerve to stay. Love don't punch out when we please. Outside the street is empty, just a lamppost doing time. A taxi dreaming in the gutter, city holding in its rhyme. Neon keeps a nervous flicker, like it wants to say goodnight. But in here, this room keeps swinging, like it's got its own heartbeat. Your heel taps out a secret, his hand steadies where you sway. Not possessive, just believing you ain't drifting far away. And I'm watching all the details that the loud folks never see. How you laugh without the volume, how he smiles and sets you free. So let the door stay lazy, let the sign stay turned around, let the manager count his pennies while we crown this last sweet sound. 'Cause if the world gets brassy, if tomorrow starts to shout, I want you to remember, baby, what a whisper can't wear out. After hours at the blue parlor, always reply like, yes indeed. Stay if you got the nerve to stay. That's the only kind we need. One final chorus for the brave ones. Here's your blessing, take it light. May your love outlast the closing. May it swing through any night. When the world gets loud tomorrow and you need a softer tune, meet me back at the blue parlor after hours under the moon.
I came in on a midnight train with cinders on my coat, a tired tune in my suitcase, and a ticket I never wrote. The city shook its sequins loose and tried to look brand new, but I followed that old green Clover sign like broken men will do. The doorman blinked, then grinned at me. You back to borrow time? I said, just let me buy a silence, pal. This heart's behind the rhyme. I slid into the shadows where the good smoke learns to pray. And there you were at the bar stool, like you never went away. You wore your years like satin gloves, neat seams, no frayed regrets. A little frost on your laughter and a fire behind your cigarettes. We talked in little measures, 4 bars of how you been, 2 bars of fine arrest, a smile, then the melody began. I said, the road's been long, baby. You said the nights are too. We played our words like muted horns, so nothing sounded true. Careful not to rush the beat, careful not to name the pain. We let the ice in our eyeballs clink like handcuffs on a chain. The bandstand lit up sudden, like a match in holy hands. And the room remembered us first, before we knew our own commands. That old refrain came back dressed up, with new shoes and a bruise. And every table leaned in closer, like the whole joint had the blues. You said you still make storms behave. I said I still pretend. You said you still hide in your chords. I said you still don't bend. A waiter brought us sweet revenge in glasses trimmed with light. And I watched your mouth say nothing while your eyes talked through the night. Outside the neon but my mind was on your knee. I wanted to call you darling, like the old days used to do, but I kept it in the pocket like a gambler's lucky blue. Trump is up high, a clean, sharp promise, velvet threat, a velvet threat, raw and laughing through the smoke. Bam! Then slips back into lace. I stood up in that thunder, and the floorboards knew my name. You lifted just one eyebrow, like you'd seen this kind of flame. I said, girl, let's steal tomorrow, like tomorrow's mine to take. And the band hit one more accent, like a kiss you can't remake. I came in on a midnight train with cinders on my coat, a tired tune in my suitcase, and a ticket I never wrote. I came in on a midnight train with cinders on my coat, a tired tune in my suitcase, and a ticket I never wrote. The city shook its sequins loose and tried to look brand new, but I followed that old green Clover sign, like broken men will do. The doorman blinked and grinned at me. You back to borrow time? I said, just let me buy your silence, pal. This heart's behind the rhyme. I slid into the shadows where the good smoke learns to pray, and there you were at the bar stool, like you never went away. You wore your ears like satin gloves, neat seams, no frayed regrets. A little frost on your laughter and a fire behind your cigarettes. We talked in little measures, 4 bars of how you've been, 2 bars of fine, a rest, a smile, then the melody began. I said, the road's been long, baby. You said the nights are too. We played our words like muted horns, so nothing sounded true. Careful not to rush the beat, careful not to rush the beat, careful not to name the pain. You wore your ears like satin gloves. Lights go down, the crowd's gone home, just me and my broom in this palace of chrome. But wait, what's that? A shimmer in the air, couples gliding across the floor. like they're still there. I see her gown of silver, his tux of midnight blue. They're dancing to a melody only ghosts can hear true. The band stands empty now, but I swear I hear the sound of saxophones and trumpets floating all around. So I set my broom aside, take a phantom by the hand, join the waltz of memories in this timeless wonderland. Every step reveals a story, every turn a faded dream. In this ballroom after hours, nothing's quite the way it seems. The chandeliers are swaying to a rhythm soft and low. These dancers from the 40s put on quite a show. My feet find their rhythm in this ethereal parade, where time stands still forever in the music that we made. But morning light comes creeping through the windows high above, breaking up this reverie of rhythm, swing, and love. The ghosts fade into daylight, but the magic's in the floor, in every polished tile lives 1,000 nights and more. Lights go down, the lights go down, the crowd's gone home, just me and my broom in this palace of chrome. But wait, what's that?
hair, couples gliding across the floor, like they're still there. I see her gown of silver, his tux of midnight blue. They're dancing to a melody only ghost can hear true. The bandstand's empty now, but I swear I hear the sound of saxophones and trumpets floating all around. So I set my broom aside, take a phantom by the hand, join the waltz of memories in this timeless wonderland. Every step reveals a story, every turn a faded dream. In this ballroom after hours, nothing's quite the way it seems. The chandeliers are swaying to a rhythm soft and low. These dancing to a melody only ghost can hear true. The
No loves rise from watery graves, gentle breezes whisper names, tales of partings, hearts once torn. In the twilight softly born. For what was lost, muted trumpet pays the cost. Melody turns, hope awakes. In the swing the blues remain. Skies bear witness true. Couples wander back to you. Tender arms dissolve the night. Real night in soft moonlight. From melancholy's deep embrace, an uplift blooms in horn's grace. Willow sways, the story told. Love resolves in gold for what was lost. Muted trumpet pays the cost. Melody turns, hope awakes. In the swing the blues remain.